Hello everyone, it's Julia Lefebvre here, founder of the Stronger Community. Alright, I am so excited to be here with you guys for our Macro 101 workshop. So as people are hopping on here, just let me know. One, if you are watching this live with me, just say hey and let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And if you are watching this as a replay, just type the word replay in the comments, because I know some people could not hop on here live with us today, so they're going to be watching the replay. But if you are watching this live, just let us know in the comments where you are watching from. So thanks for your patience. We had a little bit of technical difficulties getting things set up with the phone versus the computer and all of that stuff, but we are here and I'm ready to share with you guys. I am so excited to share with you guys all my love for macros and teach you a little bit about it. I'm going to share with you, just what are macros, why we track macros, how to calculate them, who it's for, who it's not for. And then I'm going to kind of introduce myself, because I know some of you know me and some of you don't really know me very well. So I'm going to kind of talk and introduce myself a little bit. And then at the end, after we go through all those topics, hey Amelia, so great to have you in here. I'm gonna open it up for a Q&A at the end, but don't wait till the end to type in your questions in the comments, because if you're like me, sometimes a question pops up as, the speaker is talking about something specific, and then if you're waiting till the end, then you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot what my question was. So if a question comes up or something comes to mind while I'm talking, just post it in the comments right away. And that way, either I may answer it throughout with what I'm talking about, and with I've got all my notes here to make sure that I touch on everything for you guys. But also that'll give you the freedom to kind of post it, not have to remember it, and then I can get to that question at the end if I haven't answered it, okay? And if you have a question, there's no silly questions. I'm here to answer all of your questions. I'm an open book, and I want to make sure that you are fully educated on all of this and all your questions are answered. And if you have the question, I can guarantee somebody else has the question as well. So it'll be really helpful for you to ask a question, because it will help other people out. So again, before we get to it, if you're hopping on here live, let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And if you are watching this as a replay, just type the word replay in the comments. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If you can, just give me a bunch of hearts or so that I know you guys can hear me, and we will get right to it. Okay, can you guys hear me? Just give me some hearts so that, yes, okay, awesome. Okay, so just to introduce myself a little bit, first tell you a little bit about me. I am a mom of 3. They are 9, 8, and 3. I'm a former teacher. I was a teacher for 10 years, turned health and business coach, which I have been. I'm a certified nutrition coach, and I've been coaching women for over 6 years now in the health and wellness industry. And I just love fitness. I have been an athlete my entire life, playing soccer, basketball, gymnastics. I was even a rower in university. So I have played sports my entire life. But in university, the lifestyle got to me and I gained 30 pounds. And it was quickly after university, getting out, changing my lifestyle back to, even though I was really active, that lifestyle of late nights, high stress, just not eating the best always, even though I kind of ate healthy, but those late nights and going out for beers and all of that stuff just was not right for me. And so after university, I lost the weight, really changed my habits, lowered my stress, slept better, all of those things that really impacted my body. And I also, and I don't talk about it a lot, but it's not, I don't talk about weight loss a lot because that's not my focus with my clients. Yes, they can lose weight, but I don't focus on weight loss. I talk about the habits, nutrition, and all of that, the sort of the holistic. And so for me, I ended up getting a lot of health issues. I had low energy in university. My iron was really low. I just was super fatigued. My skin was a mess. And I remember going to the university clinic and them saying, well, you're just tired because you're, late nights, you're a university student. It was just, they just kind of brushed it off and didn't look deeper into what's really going on with you and how can we serve you to help you heal and feel better. So this is kind of where my passion comes in, of like really digging deep with my clients, and not just about here's a meal plan, follow this, eat this, and because it doesn't necessarily work for everybody, and there's a lot of factors that play into it. So it's really getting down to the nitty-gritty, finding out what's going on, finding out what your goals are, what your lifestyle is, and how we can find a solution there. So for the last 12 years, I've actually been studying nutrition just on my own, with my own love and passion for health and wellness, and kind of experimenting on my own body. And over the last few years, I've just become more and more passionate about the nutrition side. It was always about fitness, but it really is the nutrition side, because that's where the biggest change happened with my weight loss, was the nutrition, and really learning how to fuel my body properly. And so I'm passionate about nutrition, and like I said, it's had such a positive effect on my body. The bloating went away, inflammation, I have more energy, I'm stronger, I'm fitter, I have clearer skin, better digestion, my anxiety is lower. So we know that food fuels and food heals our body. I love to help my clients reach their goals and develop habits and tools to maintain those results, and to help them feel their best so that they can live out any adventure, right? So feel their best for all of life's adventures. So whether it is going for a hike or getting in a workout or just their day-to-day, I want them to feel strong and healthy and fueled for those things. So enough about me. Let's get right to it. I'm going to answer those questions about macros. So what are they? Why we track them, how we can calculate them, who is this for? And then again, like I mentioned before, as I go through things, if a question pops into your head, just put them into the comments below, okay? And I will do a Q&A at the end. But I want to know first and foremost, have you ever tracked macros before? So if you haven't tracked macros, no. If you have, yes. Let me know if you've ever tracked macros before in the comments. So whether you're watching this as a replay or you're watching it live right now with us, post that in the comments below. Okay, so let's get to it. So let's talk all about macros. So what the heck are they, right? You may see it on social media a lot, people posting about macros, they follow macros. Okay, Amelia, no? Okay, so that's great. I'm excited to share with you all about it. So you might see this on social media and wondering, like, what is this? Is this some sort of diet? Anita, no? Okay, great. So macros are macronutrients. So they're the nutrients that we need, our body needs, but they're in, in larger amounts. So they're often measured in ounces or grams, but it consists of our protein, our healthy fats, and our carbs. And water we're going to put on there, but it's not necessarily a food, so we don't really count it as a macronutrient, but we want to make sure that we're getting that in as well. So I focus on that as well with my one-on-one clients. And yes, carbs, right? A lot of people hear the word carbs and they're like, but carbs are bad or unhealthy. So I work with my clients to help them change that mindset about whatever limiting belief that they have about food and nutrition. We work on that too. So yes, you can have carbs because we need carbs. Our bodies are designed to need carbs because carbs give us energy. Now, yes, we can talk about more nutritious and less nutritious carbs. We can talk about processed and unprocessed carbs. So there's a difference there, but carbs, our body definitely needs it. So this is not a low carb or cutting out carb type of fuel plan. Carbs are included. Now, with some of my clients, we talk about which ones their bodies respond to better, whether it's healthy fats or carbs, and we might make adjustments there. And that's the great thing about working with me, is that we can make adjustments instead of just, working with somebody who is going to give you sort of a plan that is like a one size fits all. Okay, so that's really just the basics of what macronutrients are. There's macros and there's micros. Those are more the vitamins and minerals our bodies need. But we talk macronutrients. We want to make sure that we're putting in a percentage of protein, carbs, and healthy fats into our body every single day. And so macronutrients, and by focusing on that, it really helps give our body the energy it needs to function properly for our day-to-day and for performance. So this is why I love it. Just your regular day-to-day, somebody who's just wanting to fuel their body right, or if somebody who is working out, or whether you're training for something, or you're an athlete, or, you don't have to be an athlete to follow macronutrients, but if you want to make sure you're getting the most out of you're fueling your body properly for those workouts, or that big run you're doing, or a hike, you want to make sure that your body is fueled properly. Okay, so why macro tracking? So I kind of talked about it. Macros are important for providing our body with the supply of energy, right? I hear from so many people, the women that I talk to, energy is like one of the number one things. Oh, I'm fatigued. I'm always tired. I'm low energy. And we often say that it's some sort of external factor, like the kids were up last night, or I've just been so busy, or things are full on right now, so my energy is really low. And there are different ways to look at our energy, right? This is why I like the holistic approach, because, well, what's our sleep look like, right? That's going to affect our energy. If we're not sleeping enough, or if we're having really choppy sleep or broken up sleep, that's going to affect our energy. But it's not always attributed to those external factors, and it could be the internal ones, like, are we fueling our body properly? A lot of clients come to me and they're under eating, not purposefully. It's not like, there are people that are under eating, there's eating disorders and so on and so forth, but sometimes it's either they've been taught, or they think that this is what I need to function. And there's that myth out there in the fitness industry that you need to eat 1,200 calories, and that is just not enough to sustain, and that is not enough to get you through your day, and especially if you're working out. So if you're somebody who's working out, you need more than that. 1,200 is like what our kids need to get through the day, or what someone who is living a sedentary lifestyle where you're not spending the day in bed, right? So if we're up and moving all day and busy, and then also getting in a workout, we're going to need more than 1,200 calories. And so a lot of my clients, when I share with them, this is what you're going to eat. This is your I give you a calorie bracket. We don't count calories, but I give you a calorie bracket of where you're going to be falling in. And they're like, that's a lot. And I show them how much food they get to eat. That's a lot of food, because we're so used to under eating. But once they start, and it takes time, right? It takes time for our bodies to adjust. It takes time for our mind to adjust. And I can tell you, within a week, many of them, all of them are like, I have so much more energy. I feel so good. They're vibrant. They're energized. So why are we for so long holding back from fueling our bodies properly? So it gives us the energy we need. It serves the building blocks in our bodies that our bodies need for growth and repair. If you're doing a workout, you need to fuel your body to help repair the muscles that are tearing during a workout. So if I'm lifting weights, that's what's happening. I'm breaking down the muscle. Well, I need to rebuild that muscle by fueling my body. So I do that by eating, right? So food can help heal the body, help that growth and repair. So my next question is, like I said, many women also come to me with another question or another statement, and they say, well, I eat really healthy. And I was that person. I was like, but I eat really healthy. So like, how much more working out do I need to do? I was like, just tell me the workouts I need to do, because I know I already eat healthy. But here's the thing, like I said, my questions to them are always, well, how much are you eating? And I want to see your meal plan, what you're eating every day. Like, I want you to do a diary for me for 7 days. And I'll explain to you why 7 days. Some people do less than that. I'll explain why I do 7 days. But I ask how much because so often we're under eating. And I just talked about that, so I won't go into it in detail again. But we're often under eating without the knowledge of that we're under eating. And the other thing is the food diary. So I ask for 7 days because there's a lot that happens, and it gives me a ton of information to know about my client or future client that can help me really create a plan that's going to be effective and efficient for them. So I can see whether they're under eating, overeating. I can see, yeah, it's not to like shame anybody and go like, you said you're eating healthy and this doesn't look healthy to me. No way. That's not what you get from me, because I'm going to teach you about flexibility with macros. But it shows me, okay, where are we going wrong? Because you can eat healthy. You can eat 3 salads, but is that sustainable? Is that enough food? Is enough calories in your body that you need for the day? So every item that I eat today could be healthy, but it might not just be enough. I might be eating a ton of veggies, but not enough protein, or a ton of protein and not enough carbs, or there's no healthy fats in the diet at all, right? So it just gives me a good picture, but it also gives me a picture of the trends. Like, are you eating super healthy during the week, but then on the weekends you binge, right? And so we want to get out of that mindset. This is the thing I love about macros and allowing things to fit. If it fits your macros, you can eat it. So it allows you to get over that mindset and that that struggle with nutrition of eating healthy, binging, that yo-yo effect, right? And so I have treats pretty much every single day because I make it fit. I know I don't have any shame or guilt about eating less nutritious food. I make it fit because I know it's not going to make me gain weight to eat something like a donut, and it won't. But we have this mindset that there's healthy food and unhealthy food. And I want to change that for you to more nutritious, less nutritious. And you can have, I focus on whole food nutrition. So it's 80% whole food, the 20% processed. If you want to go even higher during the week, and then you have, you kind of change up your percentages, but it still fits within your macros, you can have it. We have pizza on Fridays. I have donuts during the week. And so it's about really getting over that mindset and really giving me the bigger picture by giving me that 7-day log, so I can see how can we help guide you with macros and how they can fit, and how, and make the foods that you love fit that too. So we can eat all the healthy options, but if we're under eating or we're not eating the right balance, like I said, that was me, or we're eating healthy all week and binging, that we're not going to get to our goals, right? So I love macros because you don't have to restrict yourself, right? I've done fitness competitions, so yes, that's a little bit different. I wouldn't give anybody a fitness competition meal plan. Like, that's, I think a lot of people see that and they think that's like a weight loss, what you're supposed to eat, or, or that's healthy. But it's not. And I'm not saying it's unhealthy. I don't know what happened to the lighting here. But sorry, there's it looks like it's going to shut off. Okay, so, a fitness competition and meal plan isn't something that I would tell you to eat, but I think a lot of people have that in their mind, that that's kind of what you need to eat in order to achieve your goals. And I want to teach you macros and flexible dieting. And I don't like using dieting because it just puts a negative word there, but flexible nutrition. And so how you can incorporate those less nutritious foods into your day or week, however you want to do it. But there's no treats, there's no cheat days. It's all a part of your regular plan. So you just incorporate it. If you want to eat it, if it fits in there, you eat it. So getting over that negative mindset and relationship with food. So it's and getting over that negative mindset and about healthy versus unhealthy. Like I said, it's all about more nutritious and less nutritious, and that they all can fit. So, you know, you make those treats, and you include them, right? That's where the flexibility comes in with macronutrition. And like I said, I don't call them treats. They're a part of my day. There's no restriction, and I don't have any cravings, because I satisfy them by not restricting anything, by allowing it to be a part of my daily plan, by not restricting and saying there's foods that are bad or good or foods that are not allowed. That's where that restriction comes in. That's where we end up being really, really strict, and then we binge or we eat it, and then we feel guilty or shame. There shouldn't be any guilt or shame around food. So there's none of that, and my body feels full and satisfied and energized and strong, because I fuel it with what it needs. Now, you know, I am very much, I love food swaps. So taking, like, you know, the less nutritious foods and making them a little bit more nutritious, but they're still on the like less nutritious side. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see the posts that I often will post, you know, more of the treats, right? Like I posted popsicles and donuts and energy bites, because there's a lot of great nutrients in those foods and a lot of great healthy ingredients in them. So I love food swaps. But just because I choose to eat a donut that is more plant-based doesn't mean the donut from Tim Hortons is not allowed for you. Okay, so I want you to understand that I approach with more of a, just because my body does not absorb iron, because I have a sensitivity to gluten. So I might share gluten-free recipes, but just because you don't have a sensitivity to it doesn't mean you can't eat it, right? So I want to be really clear on that there's no forbidden foods. But I like cleaning up recipes because it's just fun for me to take recipes and go like, I can make that a little bit healthier option with healthier ingredients, or take it from a processed to unprocessed plant-based, right? So that's just something fun that I like to do. But again, you can have that 20% processed foods. You can include them into your daily routine. You can include them into your plan, and still fuel your body and feel good and satisfy those cravings and have energy, and get rid of that negative mindset around food and relationship with food. So, okay. So like I said, I love eating food. So you're going to see me share lots of recipes. So if you're not following me on Instagram yet, you make sure you go and follow me, because I have a really good recipe coming for you guys this week. I think I'm going to post it either tomorrow or Friday for you guys. But if you love camping, I'm sure you're going to love this camping favorite treat. Okay, so make sure that you go and follow me on Instagram, and I'll put the link in the comments later. So if you're not following me, you can. Yeah, okay. So it's all about making it fit your macros. So let's talk about how to calculate macros. So I calculate macros for my clients based off of weight. There's different ways to calculate it. This is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. There's different trackers out there, so be careful if you're going to use trackers and just try to do it on your own, because they're based off of different things. They'll ask you different questions, and it's not always accurate. The tracking is not always accurate, so just be careful. But I like to calculate them for my clients based off of a few things, but it's a body weight method. So I look at a few factors like your weight, your goal, your activity level, your lifestyle. So I will base it off of those things. And this is why it becomes tailored to you. It's not a one-size-fits-all program. It is tailored to you because everybody's different. Everyone's weight is gonna, even if you're the same weight as your friend next to you, you are gonna have a different activity level, lifestyle, and goal than her, right? Or there's gonna be a different factor in there that you might have similar to somebody else, but everything else is gonna be different. And so you're going to have a plan that is tailored specifically to your needs, goals, and lifestyle. And so, you know, I decide, or based off of that, what your macros will be for each one. So how much carbs you should be consuming, how much protein, how much healthy fats. And it's also based off, what do you prefer, right? What do you prefer out of, especially for carbs and healthy fats? If you really do well with healthy fats and you're like, I prefer that, then we might bump that up a little bit. And there's always tweaking that happens where we may adjust it after a week or so. If we're seeing results, then, you know, and we really focus, like I said, I'm not focused on weight loss, but we'll focus on inches and what's changing in your body and how you're feeling, how are you sleeping, how's your stress level, the holistic approach. And then we can make adjustments and tweaking, and that's the benefit of working with a coach, where it's not tailored, where it is tailored, where it's not one size fits all, and it's like you just follow this for the rest of your life. So we can make some tweaks. Now, I'm going to make something really clear here, because I talked about calculating macros, and but we want to, you know, we'll adjust it. But I want to make it clear, you do not need to track macros 24/7, 365. Now, if you have a goal that you're working towards right now, you want to learn macros, you want to try it out, you want to eat healthier, you want more energy, you want to be less fatigued, you want to see better performance. Like, if there's a goal you're working towards, tracking is key, right? You need to track to know what's going on. It's information that you're going to give yourself and your coach to help like make those adjustments and see what's going on and to see the results. Now, I don't track 365. I don't track all year round, right? I will track different times of the year, different goals. When I have a new slew of clients that come in, I want to be there right there with them. And so I will go into a 12-week mode with them and track as well. And so it gives me that flexibility, but your body cannot, especially if you have, my body's in maintenance, but if you have a goal where you just want to lose a little bit of weight, and it is not good for your body to stay in that weight loss state, in that deficit for far too long, right? So oftentimes, you know, I have clients that need to be reversed. And so it's called reverse dieting. They need to add more calories back into their diet and need to work towards maintenance. And that's the adjustment that I have to make as a coach. And so seeing that, you know, especially if you've hit a plateau, you know, you're eating, you know, you're following a nutrition plan, or you're eating healthy, you've been working out and you've stalled and haven't seen any results, well, that might mean that it's time to reverse diet and add calories in. And I know in your mind you're thinking, wait, so I'm not losing any weight, but now you want to give me more food so I lose weight, but isn't it eat less? So it depends. It's not your body. If you've been in a deficit for far too long, you have thrown your metabolism down. That's what happens. Your metabolism drops when you go into a deficit. So if you've been in a deficit for far too long, you are going to, you're going to stall out, you're going to plateau, you're going to get stuck. And now we need to rev up that metabolism. And how do we do that? We add food in. Okay, so we want to rev up that metabolism. We want to eat more food, but we do it in a way that's controlled, where we slowly increase your calories and increase your macros in order for you to rev up that metabolism and start burning fat again. So that you can start seeing results and get out of that stuck and plateau. So who's this for, right? If you're wanting to lose weight, burn fat. If you want to get lean and tone, right? You want to burn fat. It's not about being skinny. It's about you have to burn the fat. And you want to make sure that you're fueling your body properly in order to do that, right? It's not just about dropping your calories to 1200. And then, you know, if we see this scale drop, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're burning fat. You're just losing weight. So we want to make sure that we're burning fat off our bodies. That's where the lean and tone comes in. And the toning comes in from also applying the strength training on the side along with it. So we want to make sure that we are eating enough and fueling our bodies enough in order to do that, right? We don't want to drop our calories too low, and then we are, again, like I said, getting stuck, dropping our metabolism way too low, and falling into a plateau. So if you want to increase performance, if you are feeling stuck or you've hit a plateau, macros are for you. If you want to increase your energy, build strength, you want to understand your body and your nutrition better, macros are for you. So like I said before, I don't focus on weight loss. We focus on the habits to create your healthiest life. Will you lose weight? Could you lose weight working with me? Yes. If you follow macros, can you lose weight? Yes. Will you lose weight? Yes. But that is not the focus, because here's the thing. If you are solely focused on the scale and the number going down, you are going to miss out on so much opportunity to become the healthiest version of you. And if you're solely focused on that number going down, there are a lot of unhealthy ways to make that number drop. Okay, so let me be clear. There's a lot of unhealthy ways to make that number drop. Low calorie is one of them. Now, taking those pills or that teaspoon of whatever, that fat burner thingy that is out there, like a lot of diet fads that are out there right now will work and they will drop the number on the scale. But will you be healthier? Is your goal to be the healthiest version of you, right? The healthiest version of me might be different than the healthiest version of you, right? So, and it means here and in here, right? It's your mind, your body, your spirit, all of that encompassing makes you the healthiest version of you. And so is it going to be healthy to drop your calories so low, but the scale works, it drops, right? Anytime you go into a deficit, you're going to lose weight, right? That's how it works. So that's why a lot of those fad diets work, because they all put you in a deficit. Intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, like whatever, like all those things out there. And I'm not saying any's good or bad. If it works for you and it's sustainable long-term and you can continue it forever and ever and ever, go for it. But what I'm saying is those work because they put your body in a deficit. So we want to make sure that so that's why they work, but are they sustainable long term? The majority of those fads out there are not. I talk to a lot of people who are like, I'm doing keto, I've lost all this weight, and what happens on the weekend? I want carbs. I'm craving carbs. Well, I've been binging on carbs for the last 3 weeks, but I'm going to get back to keto. Does that sound sustainable to you? No. If you love carbs, why not eat carbs, right? It doesn't make sense to do something that, and now if keto works for you, like this was designed for a specific health ailment out there, and it helped with that. And then all of a sudden it became some sort of weight loss fad. And so I'm not trying to knock it, but what I'm saying is if it's sustainable for you, great. But if it's not, if you think like I love carbs, but I really want to lose weight, so I'm just going to cut out carbs for the next month, and then I'm going to hit that number, and then I'm going to go back to old habits, then it's not sustainable, right? You're welcome, Amelia. So we want to make sure, like I don't want you to cut things out. I want you to include it. Yes, there's sort of rules, or you want to fit it into your macros and all of that stuff. But I'm not telling you you're just going to eat donuts all day today, because then, your macros are not going to balance, because maybe there's no protein in there and it's all healthy fat and carbs, right? And you're going to be way over on your carbs. But if you have a day where you're off, that's okay too, right? No one's here to shame you. We just jump right back in the next day and we figure out, okay, what happened there? We try to find solutions to the struggle. But, you know, what I focus on is it's not a one size fits all. It's tailored to each individual, and that's what I love about what I do. So, like I said before, I take a holistic approach. I like natural ingredients. I like focusing on that. That doesn't mean that you can't go and I might not have an ice cream that is not, you know, natural ingredients one day. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it, and you shouldn't either. Okay? So it just means I focus on the whole picture of the individual. So I'm going to focus on habits and routine. I'm going to focus on your sleep, your stress, your nutrition, and your fitness. That is going to be for your goal, your lifestyle, right? Your goal, it might not be the same as my goal. It might not be the same as, you know, your best friend, Sally, but your goal is your goal, and that it gets to be tailored to that. But having that holistic approach is important because there's so many other factors than just fitness and nutrition. Okay. So, like I mentioned before, it's not a one size fits all. It's, you know, tailored to each individual. So I ask a ton of questions. Like I said before, I will ask you for a sort of a 7-day diary of like, what did you eat this week? Like, you know, write out what you ate for the week and then get that to me, just so that I can get a picture. And then that way I can set your macros from there. And then we adjust as we go. We won't see results. You might see results right away. You might have some tweaking to do, or we may have some tweaking to do as we go through it. And it's just about patience and long term and having that sustainability and finding out what fits and works for you. So, you know, and this is what I love about, you know, it's just really about nailing your nutrition over a 12-week period when you work with me, with my Fueled Life nutrition program. So this leads me into the Fueled Life enrollment is going to be opening on Monday. Now I'm opening it up to this community right now. First. So I won't announce anything until Monday to Instagram and Facebook and to my Instagram story world. But I'm opening it up to you guys first because you are my community and you're my favorites. But I'm going to open up Monday to the rest of the world. So there are 10 spots available and for September. So, we're really going to kick things off on September 1st when school, I guess, will be starting shortly after, but if you have kids. So enrollment is open now for you, Monday for everyone else, but there's only 10 spots available. So they will go and they will go quickly. I already have a couple of calls booked with some people who are interested. So those spots could go on those calls coming up. But there's 10 spots and so I don't want you to mistake it for like a group program because I'm taking 10 people. It is tailored to you and it is an individual one-on-one VIP program. So you'll get that tailored nutrition program to you. You're going to tailored macros. You will get some, I will share with you a fitness routine that you can do if you want to strength train and incorporate that into what you're already doing or if you're not doing anything right now. But you will get that with it as well. And you'll get that includes your macros and your check-ins with me, getting on calls with me and us walking through what you're struggling with, mindset, you know, really getting over those humps and struggles that you have. And it is designed in a way that we can adjust it to the individual. So we can adjust it over those 12 weeks as we go along. As, you know, you start to maybe you're, you know, burning fat and you're losing inches and maybe we need to adjust our macros here and there as we go. And so that's the big benefit of it. So, you know, it's a 12-week game changer, life changer for you. When my clients work with me, their energy skyrockets. They start to see results. They get out of that plateau. They get out of being stuck where they're feeling like I'm frustrated and they've been working so hard, you know, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out, and nothing is happening, and that all changes and they start to feel better, they start to have more energy, they start to see more strength, and they're just more confident in their bodies. And so but the thing is that I love about it is that, and I say life changer because it transfers into the rest of their life, their career, their business, and the other areas. And so it really boosts their confidence and affects other areas of their life, which is the most amazing piece as a coach, to see that ripple effect go out. So if you want more energy, if you want more strength, if you want to get out of that plateau and get unstuck, feel better, you know, you're sick of that diet crap out there, you're sick of spinning your wheels, then the Fueled Life program is for you. So I just want I want you to know that this program is for you, if that sounds like you. But I'm going to put a link in the comments after this call on how you can book a call with me. I get on a call with everybody, so because this program is not right for everybody, and I want to make sure that I'm working with people that are ready and want to make a change and are really done spinning their wheels. And so I make sure that I get on a call with everybody, and I'll be honest, like, okay, this might not be a great fit for you. So and also because I want to make sure that we are on the same page and we know what's going on, and I can really help give you some solutions right away there on the call. So I can do that right on from the call, whether you're the right fit or not. So I'll put that link in the comments after this, and you can go and book your call right away. I have some spots available tomorrow and Friday as well, so if you want to get it done right away and try to claim those spots before they're taken, you can do so. And like I said, you're going to get personalized macros, how to fuel your body for optimal energy and performance. And it is an awesome game changer, life changer. Okay, so let's get to your Q&A. I'm on my phone right now, so I will try and see what I have a feeling. I'm just going to post your comments in the question box below, and I'm just going to go and grab my charger as you guys are typing your questions in the comments. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, so type those in there. I'm going to try and open up my computer and see if I can see the questions that way. But if anything's come up, I'll see the questions from earlier. I just don't see any questions right now, but I should be able to see them from my computer. And I'll answer those for you. Okay. Okay, Amelia says, okay, let's see. All comments. You answered all my questions. Love this. Oh, awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Amelia said I would be interested in a call. Okay, let me see if I can add that to the link in right now since I'm on the computer. I can totally add that right now. Okay, so I just added the link in the comments so you can see that you can book a call. We are freezing a little. Okay, so I think my battery may have been dying, and so now that it's plugged in, we shouldn't freeze. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions, but it's not all the questions are coming up. I can see there's more comments, so I'll see if I can see it from the phone. Just learning about it. Nope. no questions. I answered all the questions. Okay, links in there. Yeah, any questions that you guys have for me? I know like some questions that have come up about like meal planning and meal prepping, and that's stuff that I would talk about with my clients, because then we can you know, speak specifically to their needs, because a need of a stay-at-home mom versus, you know, a teacher or, you know, a nurse or a doctor or whatever is all going to be different. And so it's like really talking through and coming up with a plan and habits and routine that would work best for you. So that's the benefits of working one-on-one with someone. So we would talk about that, how, like, what would work best for you. Some people like to meal plan and have their meals like cooked and prepped at the beginning of the week. Some like, you know, there's different ways that you can do it where you can cook all sort of, you know, cut up all your veggies, cut up your, you know, cook your meat, and then you just kind of buffet style and mix everything up at meal time. Some people like to cook individual meals and have them ready. And sometimes, you know, it works for you to just cook them the day of. So it all depends on the individual and what their goals are. So any insight on macro use and possibly resetting metabolism? So yeah, so kind of how I mentioned before, like if you have been, you know, I've had clients who have been under eating for far too long, so their metabolism seems really slow, like they've stalled out, right? They've hit a plateau, they're stuck. And so we would look at, well, one, if it's the first time working with me, your macros might be much higher than what you've been eating in the past. So right there is going to rev up your metabolism, but seeing that that diary is really going to help me go, okay, so they've been eating sort of within that calorie bracket already, but their macros aren't balanced. So that might just help rev up your metabolism, or they've been under eating for far too long. And so we may start a little bit slower and not bring you right to like maybe where you need to be right away. If you're here, like we might start you here and slowly, kind of that reverse diet I was mentioning, reverse diet you up to where you need to be, to kind of start revving up that metabolism. So it's not like you're going from like eating 1,000 calories a day to then all of a sudden eating 2,200 and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much food, right? We can slowly ease you into it week by week, to allow you mentally to adjust, but allow to your body to adjust as well. So adding that food in will help rev up your metabolism as well. You know, I'll speak to my own personal experience. You know, I thought that I had to eat like that 1,200, 1,500 calorie, and you know what, I will post a picture in the comments below afterwards. I'll show you a picture. Both photos I love my body, both ones, but the difference between the two is the first one, the one that's going to be on the left hand side, I was eating probably in a 1,200 to 1,500 calorie range. I was low energy. I was working out every day. I felt really good, but then I really learned about macros and really fueling my body properly and where my body needed to be. And I went to the picture that's going to be on the right, was eating approximately 2,100 to 2,300 calories a day. And I had way more energy, was not tired, fatigued, no cravings. My skin was clearer. I felt better. My brain fog was gone. Like I just was more focused and energized all around. I felt healthier. I felt fitter. My muscles were stronger, and you'll see the difference physically. Now there's only a 2-pound difference. Let me be clear. There is only a 2-pound difference between those pictures. Like I said, weight loss is not my goal. But I thought that I needed to eat in a lower, like less amount, like this is what, but my body needed more to sustain what I was doing for my active lifestyle, for what, for my busy life, for the workouts that I was doing. I needed more calories. And you'll be able to see, you can see a significant difference in my body composition. And there's years between those two pictures. But you'll be able to see my I know the worry about eating more is that you're going to gain all this weight. And I didn't gain any weight. Like I think there's 2 pounds difference between them, and it may have just been because I don't know, whatever, right? Sometimes maybe I had more water that day. So this is why I don't like the scale. I like it to help us guide you at the beginning to help, calculate your macros, but it's only one piece of it, and it's only one way to show results. That's why we measure our body. If we see inches falling off, that means we're burning fat, but the scale may not move right away. We look at things like sleep and stress and energy, and all of those things are indicators that it's working, okay? Not just the scale. But I'll post that picture in the comments so you can see the difference by bumping up my macros and my calories, what it did. Now, your body goal might not be what my body looks like, and that's okay. It does not have to, and I want to make that very clear. You don't have to have a goal to have a 6-pack or to be, whatever, right? So just be very clear on that. Yeah. Any other questions before we hop off? I hope that answers your question, Amelia. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you're just hopping on now and, just go back and watch the replay. But if you guys have questions that come up as as the day goes through, things start to settle in your brain, you start to think about stuff, or just ask, just post them in the comments to this video, and I'll be able to, I'll get the notification and be able to answer it when I get back online. You're welcome, Amelia. But yeah, so other questions that sometimes I get, some people that work with me haven't strength trained before, or they have, or, they definitely, I do sort of, like a 3 to 4 day strength training program that I can give you. It's just very basic. And when I say basic is we don't have to focus on crazy moves that you see out there, right? The basics of squatting, because we sit a lot, right? We need to get those glutes firing properly. So I will, we'll do moves that are going to really strengthen and tone our glutes and our legs and upper body moves and all of that stuff. So, but then we can also, because you work one-on-one with me, we can tailor it and adjust it as we go as well. So that that works as well for the fitness program. The thing I like about it as well is a lot of people come to me and they're like, well, I'm a runner, and they're running, or they do a lot of outdoor activity, and then they can incorporate this on their other days. So, then it helps build strength for those activities that they love to do. It helps build strength for their running. It helps build strength, for their active lifestyle, or they've never lifted a weight, and it's just getting them started. So, definitely anybody can do it at any level. I'm just trying to think of other questions I might get. So for the Fueled Life program, you'll also get to be a part of the community. So this is why I was saying there's 10 spots, because you get to go into the community group that you get to be a part of for a lifetime. So even after the 12 weeks of working with me are over, you get to stay a part of that Fueled Life community. So you'll get the Facebook group. I'll be doing like a bi-monthly call where it's just a Q&A call where we'll get on live like this, or we'll actually be getting on probably a Zoom call where you can ask questions and we can talk about what's going on, and then you kind of get to meet the other members. But the program is tailored to you, so it is one-on-one. You're going to get on one-on-one calls with me. We'll do weekly check-ins where you'll have to track your macros that I've put together and tailored for you. And then, you know, I will do a check-in with you every week to kind of go like, okay, what's working, what's not, you know, where can we make adjustments? What are you struggling with this week? And all of that. So, yeah. Christine says, you just answered my question about the fueled life. Great. Okay, awesome. I'm glad I answered that for you. So yeah, so it's 12 weeks. You'll get bi-weekly call with me, one-on-one. You'll also get, bi-monthly, not bi-weekly, bi-monthly. I know you're busy, so bi-weekly probably would be too much for you. But yeah, you'll get on a bi-monthly call with me so we can talk through a bunch of stuff. But then we'll do weekly check-ins, and I usually have everybody set up on a Google Doc that is shared, so we can I can take notes and I can put in little messages to you and all that stuff, and you can track your macros there. And then, so I do the weekly check-ins, but you'll also get that Facebook group where we will be doing bi-monthly group calls. It's a group Q&A, so you can ask your questions. So if you can't attend them, that's okay. You'll have access to the live calls, like you'll have access to the recordings. But if you can make it, then and you have questions, like hop on and ask away. So yeah, and I don't know yet when I'll be doing it again. Like it'll be opening, so we're open now to you guys, to this community, the stronger community, and to the macro workshop peeps. But I'll open it up to the rest of the world, I guess, on Monday. And then it will close out in September. Just before the end of August, it'll close out. So we kickstart in September. And I don't think I'll open it up until the new year. So if you want to, 2020 has been quite the year. So if you want to end 2020 strong and feeling healthy, and then this is the time, because we likely won't do another opening until January. Yeah. So again, if you guys have any last minute questions, ask away, and then I'll let you go about your day. I don't think I see any more questions. Just scrolling through to see. You're welcome, Casey. You're welcome, Amelia. Great, Sarah. You're welcome. Awesome, Christine. Okay, so I don't think there's any more questions. So thank you guys so much for hopping on here and taking time out of your day, your busy schedule, to attend the workshop. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you allowing me to share my passion for macros and being able to teach you guys about them. But if you have any more questions later on, like I said, just post them in the comments below. The link is in here for you to book a one-on-one call. You can do that, and we can chat, and we will go from there. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will chat soon. All right, bye guys.